Welcome back. This is part 2 of my Writing This Wrong series. In this video, I will show you some of my favorite pens that are not brush pens. So if you're looking specifically for those, don't worry, they're coming up in the next video. Remember to turn on your notifications for my channel, like and subscribe, so that you know when the next video comes out. On to my pens. These pens will be linked in the description box. Keep in mind you are literally watching me use them for the first time, and this is not a review video, so I won't have many opinions or recommendations about them other than my preconceived thoughts on them. So first, the Sarasa Push gel pens. These are the 0.5 in gray, blue, and blue black. I already had several colors of these, and they are wonderful pens. I do bullet journaling as well as write for many meetings and trainings I go to, and these pens are excellent. They dry super fast and have minimal smudging. They do smudge a little bit with the zebra Fineliners, and if you don't give them a few seconds, but not as much as other gel pens. They are a great everyday use pen. What's your favorite everyday pen? The Uniball Sigma Angelic and Noble Metallic Color pens are a must-have if you're looking for a very creamy and opaque pen to use on craft paper or dark paper, especially black. They write smooth and they leave a very clear image once dried. The Sakura Jelly Roll pen is a staple among journalers and crafters. I had to get a set for myself. I'm familiar with the Jelly Roll brand and have used some other ones, but I wanted to get these to see if they live up to their hype. Any tips on how to best use these? Comment below and let me know. Next is the Platinum Preppy Fountain Pen. This is a blue-black and has a medium nib. I got this pen because I wanted to try some fountain pens. Apparently they're the wave of the future and are making a huge comeback in the stationery community. Or maybe I'm just old-fashioned and really like the idea of writing with a sophisticated style pen. Another fountain pen I got is the Pilot Varsity Disposable Fountain Pen. These are recommended as good beginner fountain pens because they're pre-assembled and work just like any other disposable pen. You can write with it until it's empty and then you toss it. These pens do come in a pack, but I bought just one to try it out. Next, I got the Pilot Petite 1 mini fountain pen in blue with a fine nib. Again, this is just a fountain pen I wanted to try. I also like the look of it, but as far as function or anything, I'm not sure yet. It's definitely a shorter version of a normal size pen. Lastly, rounding out my fountain pen trials is the Mon Ami Leica fountain pen in navy blue. This pen has a fine nib, and from what the fountain pen enthusiasts say on YouTube, this is a good starter pen because it can be converted into an eyedrop refillable pen, and its fine tip can be used on just about any type of paper. Are there any fountain pen lovers out there? Comment below or share a YouTube video you think I should check out and learn more about using these pens. Some other Mon Ami products I ended up getting were the Mon Ami Plus Pen 3000 and the Essenchi Soft Highlighters. First, the Plus pens are technically a fine liner, but every reviewer talks about their flexible nib and how they can actually be used as a small brush pen. So that was a win for me, especially at their price. So I had to try it out. They're a super cheap alternative and great if you just want a colorful practice pen. I got the pen in highlighter bundles, so the soft highlighters were an added plus because I'm not a fan of harsh highlighters. These next pens are actually dual pens and are my absolute must-have essential for my bullet journaling stash. It's the Kuretake Zig Clean Dot Double-Sided Marker. I have the colors here in Hyacinth, Platinum, Fawn, Candy Pink, Splash, Island Coral, Denim, and Ocean. I previously bought the 4-pack of these after watching a video on jetpens.com, and when I got them, I instantly fell in love. For those of you who are sort of a minimalist and don't like a lot of color pixeling and whatnot in your journaling, or like a lot of mess going on when you just want to track in your journal, these are a must-have. The dots make different sizes based on the pressure you apply. The other end is a fine liner. The colors are very similar to the zebra Fineliners, so in my case, they work seamlessly with my different color schemes. I just wanted a highlighter that didn't have a chiseled tip so I could track my habits in a quick format. I literally take this, dot my box, and it's done. Literally takes a second. After using the other 4, I had to complete the set. Next up, the Sakura Pigma Micron Plastic Nib Pens. These are archival ink pens, which means they're waterproof and will not diminish your journal pages over time. I actually first heard of these through a bullet journal vlogger named Amanda Rach Lee. She has some beautiful bullet journal videos, and she shared how she discovered these and talks about how she likes them. I had to agree. I use the regular pigment microns and the tip on them make me nervous. I have a heavy hand and I always feel like I'm going to break them. I also use a metal ruler when I make lines in my bullet journal, so using the regular pigment micron fine liners always made me nervous. The plastic nib on these gives the tip more protection, and I find a sense of comfort writing with these as they seem more sturdy from my heavy-handed pressure. I picked up the 8-color set just to finish out my collection. Which do you prefer, the pigment micron plastic nib or regular nib? What great journaler doesn't have a stash of good fine liners, right? Comment below and tell me your favorites. Some new ones I found during my hunt are the Click Art felt tip fine liners. They have a unique feature where they're retractable pens. Great on the go. And the Emot Everfine fine liners are just a sleek and sophisticated looking pen, so I had to have them. Now to another type of fine liner. These are the Stabilo 68 felt tip fine liners. I'm a teacher and we teachers love a good felt tip pen for grading. My sister gifted me the Stabilo 88 fine liners, and I once saw the 68s in Michael's and at first thought they were just redundant to me until I noticed that they were felt tip nibs. I knew I would want them one day, but I just could not justify getting more fine liners when I literally have a pen case full of them. Well, that was until I came across a review video that showed how the 88, 68 felt tip and the brush markers all work together in creating lettering. I was instantly sold. Okay, let's be honest, I was going to get them eventually. So I did. I got them as an added addition to my felt pen collection, but also to go with the fine liners and the Stabilo brush pens, which you will see later. Speaking of another set that has a matching pair of fine liners and brush pens, the Staedtler Tri Plus Color Fiber Tip Pens. Initially, I've never been a fan of this brand, but it was mostly due to my experience with their pencils and colored pencils. I had low hopes for these, but as soon as I used them, I was pleasantly surprised. It reinstilled my faith in the purchase, and I can't wait to check it out in the brush pens video coming up next. Before I move on to brush pens, an honorable mention goes to these Crayola metallic markers. They're not necessarily a fine liner or brush marker, but they deserve to be part of my creative collection. The reviews on these are amazing and the price point was astounding. I actually caught these on clearance at Michael's, so I paid less than $2 for the pack. These are a must-have if you like writing on dark paper. The Spectrum Noir Sparkle Fine Glitter Brush Pen is not a pen I'd use every day, and being their brush pens, they should be mentioned in the next video, but I wanted to mention them here because they'd fall in the category of pens I won't use often. I got them mostly for card making to add any sparkling accents to my designs. So as you can see, I have an obsession for pens. Coming up in the next video, you'll see how my journey learning how to hand letter has opened the door to a new love of a different pen type that I used to run away from. Comment below if you think I should try some other pens. See you in part 2 of the brush collection, and don't forget to hit the notification button, like, and subscribe.